Well, you know, a lot of Knicks fans are not happy with you-know-who right now. He came into town, messed up everything. You couldn't go, you couldn't make a left, couldn't make a right, couldn't go across the street. You couldn't buy anything. What the? And they're blaming. I mean, look at that. I mean, it's crazy. Wow. These people have been waiting for this to happen, and so this man comes in and he's a fan and okay, but my goodness. And they are blaming him for ending the Knicks' winning streak last night. No, now, come on now. They were not playing great ball. Yeah. That was on us. This guy, I have to just reiterate the fact that this man does not have that kind of power. We have to remind people, he doesn't have the power. And I see your face and I know how you feel and you can say what you want. But by saying that it's his fault that we lost means that there's no responsibility taken. These guys were not playing at their best yesterday.
And they know that.
And they know that.
Yeah,
and they know it. So, but people are really upset because the security apparently was insane at the Garden. And fans at nearby watch parties didn't hide their feelings either about being there. But he remembers the game a little bit differently. Take a look.
Last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the pale.
You mean when they had the camera on me? I thought it was very good. Yeah. It was certainly amazing. It was. I think mostly cheers. It was loud and it was very enthusiastic.
It was really enthusiastic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got that for you. But I have to focus on something other than Donald Trump because I think these Knicks have been so dialed in and phenomenal. And a big shout out to the Spurs because if you love the sport, you will love these games you're watching. I was really upset about the Wembanyama Jalen Brunson moment, which was not called or seemingly even seen by the refs. But to me, like, I'm a big believer. And
See that?
Yeah.
And they didn't call it.
They didn't call it. And I'm not one to blame the refs. Like you said, the Knicks came out and it was almost like there were, whether it was nerves, I mean, they had so much riding on this game, the pressure of it all. They were not themselves in the beginning. But the Spurs did an amazing job, but I don't like dirty basketball. And basketball players, Shaquille O'Neal was fighting the case that this is what goes on. I, as a non-NBA player, but frequent and long-time watcher, I don't like dirty play. Don't go after people. Win on the court and by the rules. I don't mind if there's contact, but when there's another play that I don't even think we have pulled up where I want to say it was Harper or Castle, one of the Spurs players, runs straight in like you would on a football team. These men are not wearing armor. Like, if you want to play like that, go on a football field.
How long have you been watching basketball?
Forever.
Okay. Do you remember the Pistons under Lambeer? And they would get off the bus. In they street clothes and be fighting. And that's good basketball.
It's a contact sport.
Yes.
I think it was a very physical game. It was a very physical game. I've seen games like that before. I wasn't troubled by what I saw.
Wembanyama throwing Jalen by the head? I feel like that was out of bounds.
I think both teams were very, very physical with each other, actually.
Well, they didn't get called both ways.
You saw people, well,
just me.
That part, but I think there are a lot of conspiracies going around about how the refs want more revenue, and so of course they want more games, and so they don't want to sweep in for it. And all of these things may be in play. But for me, what is also in play is that we had an impeccable vibe in New York.
That's right.
Until the Orange Man showed up and put the bad juju on the Madison Square Garden.
I agree.
Now we're going to have to go back in and sage the whole Madison Square Garden to get all the bad juju out. But I will also say, this: it costs so much money to secure Madison Square Garden. It cost New York millions of dollars for Donald Trump to come to the game where he was not cheered, he was booed.
That's right.
And during which he fell asleep.
Yes.
That was the part that got me.
So for me,
do we have it?
just fall asleep.
That's what,
fall asleep somewhere else.
I
Don't bring your bad karma vibe to New York.
New Yorkers are taking out second mortgages to afford tickets to this game. And this guy's falling
right next
asleep.
to Dolan sleep.
What is happening?
on.
But my thing from a political perspective is you never, as a politician, do this. You do not go to an NBA Finals game when there's a winning streak, because if they lose, everyone will blame you.
Right.
All of New York City will blame you.
yesterday.
I called it yesterday. Like, whether it's true or not, listen, it wasn't the
true.
final.
Juju is
It
true.
was not the
Yes.
final. But the vibe shift is real, because what it takes to secure Madison Square Garden, you didn't have the outdoor parties. They were moved outside of a perimeter.
That's where you saw
And
the
vendors and
problems, because
restaurants
stuff-
lost so much money.
money.
Bars lost
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
My commute was shot.
He jacked the whole thing up. And you know, talking about politics, James Dolan, the owner of the Knicks, he has contributed more than $1.1 million to fund supporting Trump's 3 campaigns. And he also
And he
allowed
can pay
him
for security.
And people forgot that he allowed him to use the Garden for a political rally at the close of the 2024 election.
He also,
So the
I have
juju
to
was
tell you,
already there.
He does. Dolan does tend to give money to both.
yeah.
He
Yeah.
does.
But he
By the way,
gave money.
The one
Yeah.
thing
You know?
I'll say in
Yeah.
defense of Trump is he has loved the Knicks since the Knicks were terrible. He's been consistent
He's a
as
New
a
Yorker.
fan. Yeah, it's not like he's
He's a
dropped in as a
Floridian.
fair weather fan.
He was a New Yorker.
Right.
But it didn't
Yeah.
need to be this game. It was always going to.
No, and you know, look, you trying to fight to have money to give to people who did bad stuff. Give us some of that money so we can pay the people.
Can we have the money back?
So we can give some of that money back to the people who have worked their behinds off to come out and do this. Because had you not come,
That's right.
people would have been able to be at the watch
The
party
watch parties,
outside
the
of
bars,
outside,
restaurants.
and perhaps the fights that happened in a place like Bryant Park would not have
we
happened.
lost money as a city because he went to sleep.
Yeah.
But here's my problem.
What's your problem?
Why didn't he just stay his ass in D.C. and watch from the house?
Yeah.
Watch from the house
He's
like
got a big
other Americans watch from the house.
He got a big UFC cage.
That's right. So he could have watched
watch
the
party there.
Because he had more space in that box to lay out and sleep.
And
Because
sleep
when we
on.
did, he was laid up.
But I
You
gotta
know?
give it up to New Yorkers.
Yes.
That was Showtime at the Apollo level booing yesterday. I give it up. He got booed. I was
did.
waiting for Sandman to come out.
Yeah, he got booed.
It was
Listen.
good. It was good.
The Knicks are still one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
They will, whatever happens from here on out,
Yes.
I can't be mad at them because they
They'll
have
reset.
given us a party. They have
They're
given
leaving it
New
on the
York
court.
light
Yep.
and shiny, and we love it.
Yep.
And we're going to always celebrate that as
Yes.
we will celebrate
Absolutely.
wherever we end up on Thursday.
Game
Oh,
6.
Yes.
Game 6 at the Garden
Game 6.
is where they're going to win it. Game 6.